Hello, everybody. Nika here with your daily neuro nugget. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I hope you're staying beautiful and healthy. Health is so important, and we need mental health, especially in this case. And today's topic, we are going to be delving quite deep on the FBI because they have been heavily involved in this case since day one. But why is the state trying to make it seem that they came later on, much later? When we go through the documents, we realize that is not the case. So if you are very sensitive and you don't like people questioning authority figures, then this video is not for you. This video is for people who are open-minded and willing to question things that seem a little bit off. And of course, we are going to be covering many inconsistencies as well. So before we get started, of course, I have my little tea, my health tip for the day. Assam tea. If you have ever had this tea, let me know down in the comments below. It is a type of black tea that is grown in North India. It is so malty and buttery, biscuity, rich. It has the color of almost an Americano, and it is just very sultry, but you want to be careful because if you oversteep, of course it will get bitter. Traditionally, it is mixed with milk and sugar, but because I want to really taste those malty notes, I'm just going to drink it plain. And 2024 study on PubMed actually shows it is being studied for senescent aging. The ancients used this tea for brain health, nervous system health, and because of the high polysaccharide content, which can inhibit glucose absorption, it is actually a very good tea for diabetics. Of course, with anything, you want to do your own research and come to your own conclusions. So let's try this tea, shall we? Cheers. It is so good. And because this is an FBI video, I pulled out the Chief Fry hat. Chief Fry on deck. Oh, and I wanted to thank all of you, every single one of you who has donated for one of my favorite veterans ever, Craig. We are trying to get him an oxygen compressor so he can breathe, because we all like to breathe, right? Now, the cheapest one I have found is $600. The goal is $500. We are at $140, so thank you guys so much. I'm hoping that if I can reach $500, I can give the remaining $100 so we can purchase it. But as long as we can get to $500, that is the goal. And thank you to all of you kind-hearted, beautiful human beings. We are at $140 so far. So let's keep up donating. Leave a comment down below if you know anyone who is a veteran, or maybe you're a veteran. Let me know down. I'm a veteran. Now, let's talk about the heavy involvement of the FBI. I did take notes because ADD. So they were involved, they are involved, and when we give an agency so much power, we should be concerned. Why? Pay attention, and I'll show you how heavily they are involved in this case and why we all need to be aware of what's going on behind the scenes. Again, yes, the IDAHO4 is horrible, but the power the FBI has had in this entire case is eye-opening and extremely concerning. We should all be very worried. Let's get to it. So the FBI uploaded the SNP profile to the genetic genealogy service. So FBI involvement. Then we have the FBI who built the family trees, FBI involvement. Then if you go through all of the legal documents that have came out since the beginning of this case, you will realize FBI, more so than Moscow PD, more so than ISP. FBI throughout almost every freaking page. Why is that? The first mention in a legal doc that I found of the FBI, mentioning the FBI, was on 28 November 2022, where we see FBI Michael Douglas. So again, very early involvement in this case. Then we see the FBI who handpicked Chris Paris to run the operation in Pennsylvania. The operation involved PD and LE going to Mr. Kohberger's residence in PA and digging through the trash, trying to find some sort of DNA. Why did the FBI get to handpick Chris Paris? Why are they so involved again? Now, I'm gonna read a little snippet. These are the words of Ann Taylor and Mr. Brian Kohberger's team, not my words, and pay very close attention because I think it is very telling. I think she's trying to really let the world know what is going on behind the scenes. This is what she said. Mr. Kohberger has reasons to be extremely suspicious of the IgG used in this case. Rather than seeing it as some sort of complex tree building that led to him, it appears far more like a lineup where the government was already aware of who they wanted to target. The government was already aware of who they wanted to target. Concerning much. Concerning, you are not worried. When you read that phrase, again, you are part of the problem. We should be concerned. If the government is targeting civilians, that is a big concern, people. Could be any of us. She goes on to say, rather than have someone blind to the fact to investigate, the FBI chose to do it themselves. Exactly. She is so spot on because, again, if we are all about fair trial, fair rights, why is the FBI choosing to do their own investigation? One thing was for Chief Fry to call the FBI for help, but it is another thing for the FBI to completely take over and say, you know what? We're just going to do everything. We're going to hand select our people. And in fact, we'll do our own family trees. Why not? We're already here. But that makes it so that there's a lot of room for bias, correct? Because again, the FBI is hand selecting everyone they want to investigate the DNA, from the genetic genealogy to the family tree to hand picking operation personnel. WTF. Yeah, open your eyes, people. Now, this is also very telling. The FBI examiner identified the vehicle to be a 2014 to 2016 Hyundai Elantra. Very funny because from what I recall, the FBI, when they were not involved, what were the dates of the car? They were different, right? Were they not 2011 to 2013? But then as soon as the FBI examiner gets involved, the dates magically change to 2014 to 2016. And there's also the FBI cast special agents who has 15 years of federal LE experience, 6 of those being with the FBI. So even the cast special agent is FBI. And then there is the forensic examiner with 35 years LE, but 12 of those being FBI. We don't really hear much of Payne anymore, or Fry, or ISP folks, do we? It's all FBI. Their hands are in this freaking case. Now, again, scroll through the legal docs and you will see FBI plastered all over basically all pages. One of them says, on December 27th, Major Paris received a request from the FBI to plunder trash outside the Kohberger residence. Again, this is showing what? FBI hand selecting people. But where's the tie? We know Chief Fry called. I need your help. I need your help. But did you know that Chief James Fry actually graduated from the FBI National Academy after waiting 6 years to join this course? Now, I don't know what they taught him. I don't know. But the FBI does not have a good reputation, and well, really, most 3-letter agencies don't have a good reputation. I mean, just go through the CIA website and look at all the ops that were taking place on civilians without civilians knowing. So history shows us a lot of things that these agencies are willing to do whether legal or not. Do you think the FBI actually follows a moral code? Please let me know down in the comments below. I'm very curious to know what you think. Now, March 21st, 2023 report shows the FBI analyst relied on a video of a car headed in the wrong direction at the wrong time to identify the white Elantra. WTF. So basically, the FBI hand-selected their own FBI analyst who basically picked a random car in a random video heading in the opposite direction at the wrong time. Basically, somebody's vehicle that does not match the crime time to identify this white Elantra. I can see why Ann Taylor said that it looks like a lineup, a government lineup to hand select their person, aka Mr. Brian Christopher Kohberger. So when Fry called the FBI for help, they sent 40 agents. That is a lot of agents. I understand, yes, this is a massive case. 40 agents? Have you ever heard of a similar crime involving so many FBI personnel? Horrible crimes like this have taken place all over Indiana and Illinois. Crimes like that, ugly crimes like that happen quite often, unfortunately. But why is this one having so many FBI agents? 40? And that's just FBI. We know there's people from DEA, maybe ISP, Moscow PD. Everyone has their hands in this freaking case. But why so many FBI agents? And the FBI also sent the team to local law enforcement to investigate Kohberger. So, FBI involvement. And allegedly, the FBI has been on scene since day 1 or 2. If you have any proof of that, if you have heard that before, let me know. There are some pictures out there on the internet showing FBI agents, but I am not able to 100% verify the dates of those images. But from what it looks like the FBI was involved, was at 1122 King Road since day 1 or day 2. Now, speculation, of course, all of this is speculation, but Mr. Chief Fry, Senor Fry, how close is he to these FBI agents? And are FBI agents kind of like fraternities where brothers will do anything for another brother, even if their brother did something horrible? Are FBI agents like frat boys who like to cover each other, protect each other no matter what? I don't know, because I have not been in the FBI, but I was in the military. And let me tell you, if you know people within the military and you're a big butt smoocher, basically, you know how to smooch someone's booty, you can get out of a lot of trouble. I have seen Master Chiefs in the Navy wreck their vehicle while they were drunk. They were intoxicated, driving with a minor who was also intoxicated. And you know what came out of that? Nothing. No punishment, no repercussions. They shove everything under the rug. Why? Because they know people. They know higher ranking military person. Am I proud to say that? Of course not. I'm a veteran. I am proud I served. I'm proud of other people who served. But those things need to come to light because they are not okay. They're actually illegal, right? So yeah, I'm that annoying person that points out the BS everywhere, even if I am part of that system. It is our duty to call the BS out. And in this case, that's what I'm doing. I'm calling the FBI out, and I'm calling Chief Fry out because, Sir Fry, what type of ties do you have to the FBI besides this short course that you supposedly did with them? There's something very odd here. Now, let's talk about the data dumps quite quickly. We know that Ann Taylor has mentioned she has just gotten massive amounts of e-data. So they send her so much information. She is basically flooded with it. Not only that, but she was very specific specific and mention that she's receiving this data in a manner that is difficult to open. Basically, you open an email and then there's another link and another link and 10 links in one email to have access to one tiny irrelevant thing. So this is actually something that can be sanctioned and has been sanctioned in previous cases. It's not okay to bury the defense in irrelevant e-discovery. So this has led judges to sanction the government, but something tells me that judge is not going to sanction the state. Because is it possible that maybe he doesn't care, or is it possible that maybe, although he knows this is not right, he's just gonna let it fly, right? And something else that's been on my mind, okay? I don't know, I don't think I have covered the traffic cameras, but you can go Google Moscow map with the cameras and you'll see all the cameras that are in Moscow and Pullman, and there are several. And these cameras are along the route that supposedly this white sedan took, you know, the same one that was listed in the PCA. So I'm just wondering, when the trial begins, is the prosecution going to present pictures, or are they just going to give us random blurry white car images from Google? This is something I'm very interested in seeing, because if they have footage, we want to see it. We want clear pictures of this white Elantra that supposedly belongs to Mr. Kohberger. Again, with so many cameras all along Moscow and Pullman, you should be able to give me something. And I mean something valid, not a freaking white blurry car where we don't even know the type of vehicle it is, except the fact that maybe it's white. Maybe. Because the dates have switched. People have said it's different models of the car. Can we see front plates, back plates? We can't see anything in the picture that has been released online, right? So just crazy stuff. So please, Bill Thompson, if you have those images, show them to us. We, the people, want to know. And I don't want to hear it doesn't exist for the 50th time. I don't want to hear data was lost. Not to mention, my brain just remembered that there was a rumor, I believe on Reddit, where supposedly these servers all over town and all over the university had lost power and they were down that night. Is that true? Is that false? I don't know. Locals have said, yes, this happened, but I can also see Bill Thompson saying, well, we lost the data. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Nothing exists apparently in this case, right? But the FBI, heavily involved in this case since day one. Remember, from the family tree to the DNA digging in PA to the stops in Indiana, they have been embedded in this case since day one. And it just makes me wonder, did Mr. Kohberger find something that maybe he was going to report or expose? Just a theory, but let me know what you think down below. And I'm gonna go finish my tea because I need to relax. I need to chill. I need to chill. I look like some mountain maiden who owns 100 cows or something. It's the shirt. But thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for commenting. Leave a comment. I love reading your comments. I love when you guys ask questions and when you tell me your point of view. It's eye-opening and it lets me question other things that maybe we have not talked about yet. So I hope you have a wonderful evening, have a good night, and I hope to see you tomorrow, because tomorrow's video is going to be very interesting as well. So you guys take care, have a good night, and Thank you guys for all the donations for Craig. If you are interested, the Cash App is in the description, because why? We want to help our veterans, that's why. So take care.